gun, ammo, handcuffs, all found at a young man's car in DeForest. Right now, what additional information police found in his writings that unsettled prosecutors.
Food prices continue to soar in the grocery and restaurant industries. But what's causing the price hike?
Also, why a free speech survey in the UW system is getting some pushback by students and school officials.
And the White House celebrates a historic victory after Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson becomes the first black woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. A ticking time bomb. That's how a psychiatrist described a 19-year-old accused of attempted kidnapping and stalking.
Police arrested 19-year-old Gabriel Savage. They say they found him in his car parked outside of a woman's home last month, wearing all black and possessing handcuffs and an AR-15 rifle. Brady Mallory has a closer look at the complaint and why investigators say Savage had a plan written down. Brady?
Well, this started on March 20th. Court documents show that's when officers checked out a report of a suspicious car parked the wrong way on a street with its lights off, about 30 yards away from a specific home. Officers say they found Savage, who was acting lethargic while sitting in the driver's seat of the car. Police say he reportedly had 2 sets of handcuffs with him, as well as a semi-automatic rifle in the passenger seat. They later found 6 loaded rifle magazines. 5 days later, Savage's parents brought a notebook to police. Savage is accused of writing a woman's name and address, which was on the same street where they found his car parked. Police found more notes that mentioned drugging a woman, holding her at gunpoint, and sexually assaulting her. The DA says this and previous statements Savage allegedly made are troubling.
Even though you have a lack of history, there is indication that he originally wanted in the past to obtain a firearm so that he could complete a school shooting. This is a situation where he's found with an AR-15, approximately 180 rounds of ammunition, and details about what he was looking to do with.
The DA is referring to a previous evaluation of Savage, which said he made comments about committing a school shooting and had a long history of wanting to get a gun. Savage was released from Winnebago Mental Health Institute on April 5th and booked into the Dane County Jail. Savage was formally charged with 1 count of attempted kidnapping and 1 count of stalking in Dane County Court today.
Brady, thank you. Dane County Sheriff's deputies say one of the suspects in the downtown Madison homicides back in jail now after being hospitalized. Online records show 25-year-old Amon Galtney was back in jail this morning. The sheriff's office didn't release any more details about his medical condition, including why he was admitted. Galtney facing charges for fleeing officers and first-degree intentional homicide as party to a crime.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio. Gary, yeah?
We're watching the snowflakes come down. Yeah, it's cold out here, and we'll see some more flurries, at least through the evening hours. Let's take a look at visible cloud track. Lots of clouds across Wisconsin, but notice the skies are clearing across much of Minnesota and far northwestern Wisconsin. So later on, once these flurries come to an end, we should actually see skies clear out later on. But the flurries still continue across much of eastern and southeastern Wisconsin. The back edge kind of moving through Madison right now. So most of the flurries will be confined to the evening hours, and we should clear out overnight. Snow really not coming down too heavy. Most areas that are seeing snow, still seeing visibilities at or above 5 miles. Low temperatures this morning, right around freezing, enough to get snow to stick at least to grassy surfaces, and high temperature current temperatures are near the highs for the day in the middle 30s to around 40 degrees. By tomorrow morning, we'll be in the upper 20s as the flurries come to an end and skies clear out late. Tomorrow will be partly sunny. Just getting the sunshine back will get us back up to 47. See milder weather next week, but also see the chances for thunderstorms. I'll have more on that in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. New at 5, state agriculture officials have detected the bird flu in a poultry flock in Racine County. It's the 3rd county where the virus has been flagged. To stop the flu from spreading further, the agency has suspended all poultry shows, exhibitions, and swap meets through the end of May. The Agriculture Department encourages poultry owners to practice strict biosecurity or keep flocks indoors when possible. You can find a full list of symptoms to watch out for on channel3000.com. The CDC says the avian flu poses a low threat to humans, but the effect could soon be seen information on your grocery bill. The highly contagious flu has forced farmers to kill millions of hens, reducing the country's egg supply and driving up prices. Yesterday, Midwest retailers paid more than double the price for large eggs. Analysts say if things keep going the way they are, we can expect prices to be even higher this summer. And along with sky-high gas prices, the story with eggs is part of a far bigger trend.
A recent CBS News report shows grocery prices have soared now over the past year. Our Brad Hamilton spoke with some experts in the industry who shared how and why this has become such a big issue, Brad.
Well, the president of the Wisconsin Grocers Association, Brandon Scholes, says that those prices have been increasing steadily over the past year, and they may continue to do so for a while. This because of a number of different factors. The first being that there is a shortage of workforce industry-wide. Next is the issue of supply. Scholes says that grocery stores are having a really tough time keeping up with demand. And the last major impact is skyrocketing fuel prices, which have led to surcharges for product movement. Now, all three of these factors, along with several others, have caused a perfect storm of sorts for high prices at the grocery store.
We have price increases, and we've had them now for quite some time. Hopefully they won't continue in the grocery store and the gas pump. But as long as we have a supply chain that is crippled in a sense because of the workforce challenges, we're going to see this go on for quite some time.
Scholes shared that grocery store owners do not want to raise these prices the way they have over the past several months. He said it makes it harder to keep customers and compete in the industry anytime those prices do go up. But the cost of goods is impacting more than just grocery stores. We actually got a chance to talk with a local restaurant owner. We're going to hear more from him at 6 on why inflation is really hurting them.
We will see you at 6. Brad, thank you. A free speech survey is not free to proceed, at least not yet. The UW system backed off on sending it out to students this week after some pushback, including a resignation at UW Whitewater.
That's right. The interim chancellor stepped down there, and now Will Keneally has the reaction from those on the UW Madison campus. Will?
That's right. The UW system is going to send out the survey. Advocates want it to be done the right way. That means making sure that they're asking the right questions and getting input from the right people.
We had very little heads up, basically.
Students learned a few days before it was supposed to go out that the UW system would be taking the community's temperature on free speech. Facing wide pushback, the UW system decided to delay the survey to the fall.
UW system didn't communicate to us about it. It told people, and we found out through a middleman, basically. Students were not heard. Academic staff and faculty, we voiced our opinions, and it was not heard.
The survey comes during a tense climate of academic freedom and concerns that students with different political ideologies face discrimination. Republican Representative Dave Murphy supports the idea of the survey.
I call it a customer service survey.
Murphy chairs the Assembly Committee on Higher Ed. He says it makes sense to move forward without student input.
You can't allow the subjects that are being researched to be able to do the questions. That doesn't make any sense. It's not scientific.
But there are concerns over the survey itself.
I like many parts of the survey. Some questions, though, are problematic.
That's Eric Sandgren, chair of the UW-Madison Faculty Senate. He says many students responding that they're uncomfortable may mean that the system is working.
If the purpose of higher education is to expose you to the world, to conflicting points of view, to challenge your own preconceptions, then of course you will feel uncomfortable sometimes.
The survey is postponed until at least this August. Sandgren will be featured in this week's For the Record segment. Tune in Sunday at 10:30 to hear more of our conversation.
Well, thank you. Today, the White House celebrated the historic confirmation of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the U.S. Supreme Court. Judge Jackson becomes the first black woman to serve on the high court. Natalie Brand has more.
Noting the history that made this moment possible.
It has taken 232 years and 115 prior appointments for a black woman to be selected to serve on the Supreme Court of the United States.
And reflecting on her own personal story.
In my family, it took just one generation to go from segregation to the Supreme Court of the United States.
Soon-to-be Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson celebrated her confirmation by thanking her supporters, biggest of all her daughters and husband Patrick.
I don't know that I believed you when you said that I could do this, but now I do.
Also among the attendees, members of the president's cabinet and Congress, and dozens of women of color who see themselves in Judge Jackson.
You will inspire generations of leaders.
We're going to look back and see this as a moment of real change.
Judge Jackson also thanked her mentors, including Justice Stephen Breyer, who she will replace when he retires this summer. When she does, it'll be the most diverse U.S. Supreme Court in its history, with 3 justices of color and 4 women.
It is an honor, the honor of a lifetime, for me to have this chance to join the court.
Judge Jackson is set to hear arguments on several major issues next term, including voting rights and electoral maps, religious liberty, and LGBTQ rights. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Another big case set for the Supreme Court's next term is a challenge to affirmative action involving Harvard University. Judge Jackson has already said she will recuse herself since she is on Harvard's Board of Overseers. We'd like to warn you that some of the video we are about to show you in our next story is graphic, and some may find it disturbing.
And that is the latest from Ukraine, where at least 50 people, including children, were killed, more than 100 wounded after Russian forces attacked a train station in eastern Ukraine. A senior defense official told CBS News the station was hit by a Russian short-range ballistic missile fired from within Ukraine. Russian forces shifted their focus to the east after possible war crimes were reported in towns surrounding Kyiv.
We are defending the right to live. I never thought this right was so costly. These are human values.
And President Biden says the U.S. is working closely with its allies to further isolate Russia and its economy.
Forward Madison FC unveiled some new jerseys today in honor of Ukraine. The uniforms are blue and yellow, the color of Ukraine's flag, and feature the phrase "United for Ukraine" across the front. The jerseys also bear a sunflower patch on the sleeve, which has become a symbol of resistance to the Russian invasion. The team will wear the uniforms during Saturday's home opener against Union Omaha.
It's a fantastic thing that the club's doing for the effort in Ukraine, and we're all on board. The club's very much behind it, and I think it's fantastic. We're really excited to be a part of that and help in any way that we can.
And if you would like a shirt, the team is also selling the shirts, with 100% of the proceeds going to UNICEF's Ukrainian relief efforts. More information can be found at channel3000.com.
Next at 5 is a moment that shocked millions. Actor Will Smith slapping comedian Chris Rock at the Academy Awards.
The Academy of Motion Pictures has decided on repercussions for Smith's actions. We'll have more on that after the break. And later, how the country's newest Supreme Court justice is inspiring people here in Wisconsin. We'll hear from a local public defender coming up at 6.
The mixed numbers to wrap up the week on Wall Street. The Dow surging more than 137 points. The NASDAQ plummets more than 186. The S&P falls a dozen. We'll be right back.
Look what $99 a month buys right now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. For a limited time only, appliance packages for only $99 a month, plus 60-month special financing with no money down. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Start your outdoor project now and save 11% at Menards. The 10 by 12 foot Arlington metal storage shed from Aero Storage Products is perfect for all your storage needs. Now it's $649.98 after 11% rebate. Help divert water away from your foundation with gutter systems from Spectra. We've got gutters, guards, and everything else to keep your basement dry. Right now, easy to install downspout extensions are half off at $448 after sale price and 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
With broken supply chains and lives disrupted, businesses like Amazon have invested to deliver on time for you and help hundreds of thousands of small businesses gain access to millions of online shoppers. But Washington politicians have a law that could break Prime's guaranteed 2-day free delivery and threaten our fragile economic recovery. Tell your senators, don't break our Prime. Oppose S 2992. Paid for by CCIA.
How do you use your energy? Giving back to your community? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
$1 million worth of the best hot tubs in Madison are at Leisure Concepts. And right now, get immediate free delivery, free ozone system, cover lift, matching entry steps, supplies, and training. Our showroom is packed with brand new hot tubs for immediate delivery. We're including everything you need and all at a great low spring price. Leisure Concepts is open 7 days a week. Stop into our packed showroom in Madison on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Look what $99 a month buys at Ashley. Save up to $1,000 instantly on doorbuster mattresses. Get Tempur-Pedic or Purple mattresses for $1 a day. 60-month special financing with no money down. Only at Ashley.
Tonight at 6, the emotional response from the first African-American woman to serve as a judge in Rock County and how a Middleton police officer saved a UW-Madison foreign exchange student's life. It's all coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
A Lake Mills resident stuck on a waiting list for boat slip access. A wait that could last a lifetime. And some who have access don't even live here.
The city residents should have that benefit.
Leah Lynn Scheid spotlights this call for action Sunday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Actor Will Smith has been banned from attending the Oscars and any other Academy event for the next 10 years. That move comes after Smith slapped comedian Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife during the awards show's live broadcast last month. In a statement, the Academy of Motion Pictures called Smith's actions unacceptable and harmful. Smith preemptively resigned from the Academy last week and said he would accept any punishment the Academy handed down. Dane County public health officials will scale back their COVID updates to twice a month instead of weekly. It comes as COVID cases have increased a bit, but hospitalizations have remained stable. Dane County averaging 92 new cases per day over the past 2 weeks. Now, you can still monitor daily COVID numbers on the Public Health Madison and Dane County website. And the White House says both the president and vice president tested negative for COVID today as Washington, D.C. deals with a bit of a spike in cases.
Meanwhile, a CDC official says the ability to track the pandemic is shifting. Wendy Gillette has the latest from New York.
There was no mask requirement at Friday's outdoor White House reception celebrating Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation to the Supreme Court. That's despite a spike in COVID-19 cases among top lawmakers and government officials, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who tested positive Thursday. Cases in Washington, D.C. have risen 56% in the past week, and hospitalizations are up 31%.
The virus has not disappeared. The virus is still there.
Health experts say vaccines are working despite the rise in cases in some areas.
This is exactly what the vaccines are supposed to do. They're supposed to turn this into something much milder, much more like the common cold.
The CDC said this week that nearly every U.S. county is still at medium or low levels of COVID-19. That's according to the agency's community levels framework, which takes into account hospitalizations. But according to the agency's old benchmarks, more than 1 in 5 counties are at either high or substantial transmission.
Our ability to track the pandemic is shifting.
A CDC official says the rise of at-home tests is affecting case reporting.
For the person following along at home and wanting to know what's happening in their community, I think that continuing to visit your local county or state public health site to look at the metrics that they have there, that's still how I track the pandemic in my community.
CDC officials say hospitalizations and deaths are still the primary metric of tracking the pandemic, but that data could soon be muddled once the federal public health emergency ends. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
And Dr. Rivers explains that hospital capacity reporting is tied to the federal public health emergency declaration. So once that declaration ends, the reporting will become voluntary.
A look at your certified most accurate weather. Gary's back with a little frostbite from opening day at Wrigley Field. He's got your forecast. It wasn't so bad, though, was it, Gary?
No, actually, I was kind of sheltered from the wind, and, you know, it was for all intents and purposes, a not too bad opening day, especially for Cubs fans. But today they got snowed out and with cold weather in Chicago, and you can see some more snow showers moving through southeastern Wisconsin. Looks like the back edge kind of starting to clear the northwestern portion of Dane County. Most of the flurries will be over with this evening, and to the west, skies are actually clearing across northwestern Wisconsin. The U.S. Drought Monitor shows we continue to make some progress, at least in the short-term drought. Still moderate drought conditions from Madison southward, abnormally dry conditions through much of the rest of our viewing area, but much of central Wisconsin completely out of the drought. Far northern Wisconsin mainly just below normal moisture in the soils, but out to the west, basically the western half of the country under some kind of level of drought. In some areas, an exceptional or severe drought, especially those darker red shades of that are showing up there. Three things you need to know in the forecast. No rain expected this weekend, and it won't be as cold either, with temperatures climbing back into the 50s by Sunday. Then starting on Sunday and through Wednesday, temperatures will be at or above normal. The warmest day probably on Wednesday. We'll see some chances for showers Sunday night into Monday, maybe a break Monday afternoon, some showers Tuesday, and then some showers and thunderstorms from Tuesday night into Wednesday. And that bears some watching, because as we look at the longer range future track model, especially from the European computer model, this is 10 p.m. Tuesday. A warm front lifting northward. Notice the easterly winds here, winds out of the south of the warm front. North of the front, thunderstorms develop. These could have the potential for bringing some isolated severe weather. Hail would be the main threat here because we'd be in the cooler air. But as the day goes on and we get into Wednesday morning, notice that wind shift to the south as the warm front lifts into central Wisconsin. So temperatures climb into the mid-60s. We take maybe a little bit of a break from the thunderstorms there, but as a cold front approaches from the west, we could see a line of thunderstorms by sometime Wednesday evening or late Wednesday night. The timing on this would be critical, but the potential is there for some severe weather on Wednesday as that front moves through. And then behind the system, even though winds are out of the south, the colder air starts wrapping around the storm and temperatures drop off. And the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, days 4, 5, and 6 call for severe weather threats not far to our south and to our west. This area might have to be expanded to the northeast, especially by Wednesday. So that does bear some watching, because we could see some severe weather next week. Tomorrow, though, partly sunny skies, not as cold, high temperature at 47. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures back into the 50s, upper 50s by Monday and Tuesday, mid 60s with those thunderstorms on Wednesday. Then temperatures turn colder, and as we head toward Easter weekend, boom, temperatures drop right back into the 40s. We'll see some rain shower chances. As we check out first warn traffic, things not going too bad on the Beltline. This is the view near Monona Drive, looking at the Beltline. A little more traffic on the eastbound side there, but just some minor slowdowns as far as that's concerned. Right now, travel times normal on the westbound Beltline, just a little bit elevated on the eastbound Beltline. Heading out of Madison, no problems from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, US 12 Middleton to Sauk City, or downtown from East Washington Avenue and US 151 towards Sun Prairie. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
Enough! This doom and gloom ends now.
It's time for a brighter view. Let the sun shine in with 2-for-1 windows from Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2023.
2-for-1 windows from Feldco ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Can you be free of hair breakage worries? We invited Maho to see for herself that Dove Breakage Remedy gives damaged hair the strength it needs. Even with repeated combing, hair treated with Dove shows 97% less breakage. Strong hair with Dove Breakage Remedy.
#1 beauty brand not tested on animals. I got nothing to eat.
Nothing.
Hold on, I can do something. Turning nothing into something.
Turning nothing into something. It's amazing what you can do with nothing and a little Hellman's.
He's turned on working families again.
Ron Johnson said no to bringing new jobs to Wisconsin. Now he's supporting the Republican plan that phases out Social Security and Medicare and increases taxes on middle-class families.
Time for Democrat Alex Lasry. Lasry says let's get more money into working people's pockets and cut their taxes. No wonder so many unions say Alex Lasry is the strongest Democrat to beat Ron Johnson.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
4 private citizens are on a rocket ride to space. It's the first fully commercial flight to the International Space Station.
The 10-day mission shines a spotlight on an aerospace company with big plans for the future. Manuel Bojorquez reports from Florida's Kennedy Space Center.
Godspeed, Axiom 1.
The picture-perfect liftoff from the Kennedy Space Center marks yet another turning point in human spaceflight. Flying on board, the first all-private crew headed to the International Space Station.
Together, a new chapter begins.
American Larry Connor, Canadian Mark Pathy, and Israeli Eitan Stibbe are each paying millions of dollars for the trip. The commander of the 10-day mission is former NASA astronaut Michael Lopez Alegria, who retired 10 years ago after logging more than 250 days in orbit.
I've been advocating for commercial human spaceflight since I left NASA. And, you know, thinking that I would do that from the sidelines as a cheerleader, and now I get, you know, the ball on first and goal. It's a wonderful opportunity. I couldn't be happier.
While SpaceX is providing the ride, another company, Axiom Space, is managing the mission. The crew will work alongside professional astronauts once they reach the space station. Lopez Alegria says that makes them more than space tourists.
These guys are eager, they're smart. I think the most important quality that they have is they want to perform.
Axiom's CEO spent 30 years at NASA, and the company plans to build the first commercial space station.
This is the first step in a number of flights that allow us to work with NASA to learn how to operate together.
Enjoy your trip to that wonderful space station in the sky.
For now, it's all eyes on Axiom 1, scheduled to dock at the space station Saturday morning, setting the foundation for a new era of space adventure. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
The crew is scheduled to return to Earth on April 19th. We'll get a final check of your first warn forecast when we return.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 5.
Look what $99 a month buys right now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. For a limited time only, appliance packages for only $99 a month, plus 60-month special financing with no money down. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
How do you use your energy? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Imagine being able to fill your home for $99 a month. With the power of Bob's discount, it's possible. Take my Blake dining set for only $5.99. Add my best-selling Laurel sofa and love seat, only $9.99. And throw in my 5-piece Tremont Queen bedroom set for only $9.99. Math time. That's a house full of furniture for...
Calculating.
$25.97 or $99 per month for 30 months, totaling $29.70 with qualified special financing. Because with Bob's discount...
Math is fun.
Things were really starting to turn worse for my mom. They basically said, that's all we can do.
Right to try is hope when there is no hope.
We had done research on the Zysami. Apparently it was still in stage 3 clinical trials.
She couldn't have that medication unless it was for the Right to Try Act and Senator Johnson's work.
This is 3 days after the treatment, and you can see the difference. You know, without the efforts of Senator Johnson, my mom wouldn't be here today.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Wealth is breaking ground on your biggest project yet. Worth is giving the people who build it a solid foundation. Wealth is shutting down the office for Mike's retirement party. Worth is giving the employee who spent half his life with you a party of a lifetime. Wealth is watching your business grow. Worth is watching your employees grow with it. Principal, for all it's worth.
What $99 a month buys at Ashley. Save up to $1,000 instantly on doorbuster mattresses. Get Tempur-Pedic or Purple mattresses for $1 a day. 60-month special financing with no money down. Only at Ashley.
Gary's back, so we take a final check of the forecast.
This is
Snowflakes still out there.
This is April?
Yeah.
That radar certainly doesn't look like it, and neither does the visibility or temperatures. Visibilities aren't too bad, so the snow is not really sticking, but temperatures in the mid-30s right now, almost 2 weeks into April. The lows tonight, upper 20s. At least skies clear out. We'll see some sunshine tomorrow with highs in the upper 40s. We'll be in the 50s by Sunday as winds pick up. Some shower chances, but thunderstorms midweek. We're watching for severe weather.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.